I didn't realize I didn't have my sound on. No one else was speaking up. So, I didn't realize that my sound was on mute. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my. I was speaking to myself for 45 minutes. Oh god. Oh my. Well, I hope that everyone was able to see where I was on. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go by. Oh man, that's really frustrating. Thank you, Rondi. Yes, that was frustrating. Okay. Okay, let's start at the beginning. Kind of, and review quickly what I was trying to drive across. So, at the beginning of each AI, you want to have a goal in mind of where you want your AI to be in the end. And that's, you can have a build order, or you can follow a pro streamer and or someone that you admire, and what they what their build orders are. So that's either on YouTube, or you can have a handwritten guide. We're using the AOV2 Strategic Center build order here. I'm still flustered about that whole thing happening for 45 minutes. Gosh, that's really frustrating. Okay, so the utility that we're using here today is a 20-year-old utility called the Clipper AOK AI per scripts editing utility that's available under the Age of Empires Heaven. Now, this utility hasn't been previously described before, but I thought it would be interesting to go about and using it. So, previously, when I was talking and trying to describe this to everyone, we have conditions and we have actions here. Now, conditions, and they're both needed for parts of your rule. The condition part is the above section, and the action section is below. So they are both important functions and needed for your action, for your rules to function. If you do not have both, your AI will not work, and the engine will produce an error when your AI is loaded. So I will go to the above here and describe what we have previously done. This is a comment at the top here. So this is, comments are directed by a semicolon followed by whatever text you want. The next part here was the 12 strategic numbers section that you must change immediately. This is set. These are SNs that Leaf previously described, and others have previously described as being very important. The one that we changed here was the SN boar hunting SN. So the SN boar hunting was SN 244, and we separated that out from the rest. That is because it wasn't included until user patch came about. So we do not want our AI to break if we are playing Age of Conquerors or the original base vanilla Age of Kings. So we changed it to the ID of the SN instead. So it will still work in that instance. In the next section here, we started to separate. We had another comment here, and then we started to separate our SNs, our food gatherers, our wood, gold, and stone. So In this, it's always good to kind of calculate this by hand. I did this by hand separately on a piece of paper. It's good to have that in addition to printing off your guides if you so choose. And lastly, I did have an example here with if you want to load from multiple files. Now, it is possible to load AIs from multiple files. For example, this is my reactionary AI. If you're going to include multiple files, this is the folder name. You will have to use the load command in start parentheses, and then you'll have the name of your folder. And then this is the name of your sub per file. So you'll have to include the slash, and then you can end the parentheses and the quotation marks. All right, so finally we have our Dark Age units, which we created, and right now we have only created villagers. So we're planning on training up to 19 of them. So that is the very basics of what we have done here. One other thing is we use the OR command. There's OR, not. There's also NAND and the AND command, even, if you so choose to include it. So these are all very important commands to include. So not is included when you do not want a condition to be met. Like you do not want a villager to, you do not want this villager to fire, say, for example, if you have 5 villagers. So you would include a line not, similar to OR, and you would just say not unit type count villager equal to 19, some number, and then you would end it. So the example would be like this: not unit type count villager equal to 5, or some number here. You don't want to put this in between the OR though, so it would actually be right here. I do not want this. This is what it would look like, but we're not going to use that right now. So let's go back to our build order. So we have put down a lumber camp. I keep on looking at Notepad++. Oh, we didn't finish building our lumber camp. So let's go ahead and build our lumber camp. Thank you again, Arandi, for the assistance. Okay, so now we have our lumber camp. Now we need to have one other important section for our Dark Age section, and that is for researches. Dark Age researches. Now, there are 2 important researches that I can think of on top of my head that you will need in almost every single AI, but is not included inside our build order here, is Loam and Feudal Age. So we will want to research Feudal Age. So we want the can research, and we want Feudal Age. So town center. And the most painful part is finding it inside finding what you're looking for. If you can't find what you are looking for, it's always important to ask questions. Oh, here it is. You can always ask a question on the AI Scripters community. So, for example, they've got an H2 scripting section here just for viewers. Or you can, in addition, look on the encyclopedia again, which I highly insist on doing. So, for example, here is the action section of the researching feudal age. So def rule can research feudal age, and we want this to only fire when we have unit type count villager greater or equal to 19. Now, it doesn't matter if you use the less than or greater than and spell it out like this, or you use the symbols for it. It doesn't matter. So, okay. So now comes our second section, and that is feudal age. Now, our AI will begin to research feudal age. Now, they're saying that it will start at around this time. And here's another important command that we want to use is the game time command. And I know I explained it above, but I don't know if I was on mute. So game time greater than or equal to, for example, 456 seconds. Now the engine does calculate time in seconds here for the most part. So this time is 456 seconds. We only want it to research feudal age if we have greater than 19 villagers and its game time is greater than 456 seconds. So let's go ahead and proceed on to feudal age. So it wants us to begin by immediately building a market. So let's go ahead and I want to grab our comments section here, and I want to paste it below here so we know divide up our sections. And replace Dark Age with Feudal Age. Who's getting a session? New scripters around. Well, Kiwo, you're here. Great. I'm glad that you're here. This is for new scripters, but this AI in particular that I'm building was one that I was thinking just for you, and it's based off a build order for Sarsens for a monk rush. So we're going to try and follow this guide here and not go on mute again for 30 minutes. Okay, so we're using Note Tab Lite. So we're on to the feudal age now. Let's go ahead and build our feudal age buildings. So, of course, you can always use the conditions that are set on the left over here. So, can build. Double click, and we want a market for feudal age. Can build market. Now we can add another condition. Building type count. Market. Less than 1. Get rid of the additional mark. Can build market. Current age is greater than or equal. Now this might not be needed, but you can say current age is greater or equal to feudal age. And then we want the build command. So we're going to build market. And I might have previously explained this, but if you click this section here, it will use the disable self. Disable self means that the rule will only trigger one time. So after it's triggered, it's basically a rule that will not exist again within the AI when it's played out by the engine. I don't really want this to fire just one time, so I'm going to remove that. Okay, so let's go back to our build order. Okay, so, there's one other thing that we might have forgotten, and that's the additional houses. So, Villager 11 was supposed to have more houses. I keep on going back to Notepad++, so apologies on that. So let's go up here and add in a couple more houses. And they said a couple. Build house. At Villager 11, we're supposed to have an additional villager. Go build a house. And so greater than or equal to 11. Okay. So now we have built a market. Use one villager's trade 200 stone for gold. So this is one of a different command called the can sell commodity. So if we go back into our editor, we can have a new comment section called market rules, feudal market rules. Just call it that for right now. So let's see, 200. We want to trade 200 stone for gold, then buy 100 food and 100 wood. So that's going to be a little bit tricky, but we should be able to do it. So this may not be perfect, but we're going to try it anyways. And this is going to play in part. Okay, I've got an idea. So this is part of being flexible with your AI. So we're just going to use the we're going to use that not command that we talked about earlier. So we're going to do def rule, and we're going to do the current age is equal to feudal age. We're going to copy that. We're going to say not can research castle age. Okay. And we're going to sell our 200 stone. So that's sell commodity, or can sell commodity. I don't see it here, so we're going to oh, there we do. Here we go. We're going to sell commodity stone. There we go. And there, it's under the sell commodity section here. So if this says that if we're inside, we want to change this to equal sign, equal feudal age, not can sell commodity stone. Okay. And we also want to buy at least 100 food and 100 wood. So this is where we're going to use the disable self. We're going to buy commodities this time. So let's go ahead. We're going to use the true statement. And we're going to use the buy commodity. And I think they said that we wanted to buy 100 food and 100 wood. So we're going to disable it after it's triggered. Run. It might not work, but we're doing it anyways. I like that approach. Yep. This is a very old utility. It's 20 years old, but I'm just showing that it's still a very flexible tool. And it's another option to all the different editors that are out here. Now, when Waddle actually shows this video, he may want to crop out the first, 30 minutes until we have volume in here. So, just as an FYI. So, this means that we're going to want to buy the commodity of food one time, and that's it. So we're going to do the same thing for wood. And make sure you have your first part of the rule in there. And always have this as well. Okay. So there we go. We've got our feudal market rules now. We've got the feudal buildings. Oh, and AIs need to have the same. They have the same requirements for going up ages as humans do. So we have to follow the 2 building requirement of having 2 Dark Age buildings, 2 Feudal Age buildings, 2 Castle Age buildings to research a higher age. So we definitely need that blacksmith in there, which is what was recommended by the sheriff. I always have trouble with names, so apologies on that. So that is, let's just copy our first rule here, and we can paste down there inside our feudal age building section. Okay, so we've got our blacksmith built, we've got our market built. We are going to buy food, and we're going to buy wood. So it's not going to be perfect, but we're going to do it. So under the feudal age units, now they do not specify to train more villagers, so we're not going to do that. Under the feudal age researches, we're going to have a similar rule to our feudal age, except we're going to change this to castle age. And let's just add in a game time command again of so how would you calculate that? You just grab out your calculator and do a basic math. So this is going to be the amount of time in seconds. So just go ahead and plop that right in there, and then it will that'll be our game time requirement. So that's the number of seconds. Now, I can already tell you that this AI is going to very much struggle against early attackers. So, that's fine. Oh, hello, T-West. How are you? We're going through an example AI today. Today is not the finals of the competition yet. It's just a AI tutorial for new individuals. So, in case you were curious. So we will be continuing on Davis Cup starting. We're going to be starting back on Davis Cup tomorrow and the following day and probably the rest of this week. So and we will probably be able to finish it up. So, but right now we're training new scripters. So that's what this is for. Let's go ahead and proceed onto our castle age. Looking at the sheriff's guide. Note we have not gotten any upgrades. 2 forward villagers move out. Sheriff does not use scout to escort villagers. 9 villagers move out and begin mining stone. So this is where we're going to have to start calculating our percentages. So we've got 19 villagers right now. So we're just going to have to start separating out our population of our 19 villagers and proceed from there. So, and I think with the forward villagers, he is aiming to build 2 monasteries. That's what he's doing and there is a separate YouTube video that of and recordings that come, I think, default with the game, that you can see him building 2 monasteries like this. So let's go ahead and go back into our notepad editor. And oh, actually, let's start doing a little bit of our calculations. So he wants 9. He wants 9 villagers on stone. So 9 villagers of so we have 19, so let's just do a simple calculation. So we want 47% of our villagers on stone. Okay, so if we go back up here and we grab our strategic number section and paste it down here, castle. You can grab one of the commands that rules that we've previously included and paste it below. And we want 47% of our villagers on stone right now. So 53 villagers on food. Well, actually, no. What was our last? We do not know what they are going to be taken off of. Let's go ahead and take a look at this again. Let's just take to make things kind of even here. Let's not be so drastic with this. 47, and then we'll divide this evenly between the 2. So that's 53. So 52, 26, 27. Okay. All right. So I think the important thing of this is that we need the 2 monasteries. Oh, wait. Here it is. We have 2 forward, 2 on berries, 9 on stone, and 6 on wood. So if we have 6 on wood, that means we have 4 on food. Okay, that would make more sense. 19, we've got 21% on food, and we have 6 on wood. 31. So basic math here. So we got 52. Okay. Always round up to if you're off by a percentage, make sure that you have 100% on the total for all of your villagers. Okay. we also need to build a couple of houses. So let's go ahead and have a building section again. We'll keep things inside the same order. Hello, Scramble. We're learning how to make an AI today. Okay, so we're just going to create a separate our sections by comments. Can you activate line numbers at all? I noticed a couple of issues. Not inside this one, but if you actually use Notepad++, you can do that. So if you feel that's more convenient to use Notepad++, then it'll still have the. But I don't think that you can do that inside inside the line numbers inside Note. Oh, I have. Oh, yep. Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Okay. That would have triggered when. I'm being corrected by Deaf Rule can build blacksmith. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. I'm being corrected by the chat, so that means that they must understand it or be a better scripter than myself. So it's always good to have people who are paying attention. So that's great. So okay. So at 19 villagers, we've separated out our villagers in this percentage here. And let's go back to our build order over here. Sell stone at the market. Now, something that I noticed about the guide is when the price of stone drops below 100, move all miners to the gold pile. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to. This is going to be tricky. We're going to want to disable. We're going to want it to fire at least 3 times. So we can have a goal and then have like some sort of count like that, or we can do something even more crude, so to speak. So let's go ahead, immediately build 2 monasteries. This is simple. So we're going to use the can build forward command. After this, let's cast wage researches, cast wage buildings, and I think there was one more, cast wage units. So we want a cast wage units section. Units. Okay. Def rule. So this is can build monastery. You can either type monastery or you can use the can build command. I'm going to use the can build command. Oh, I think that yeah, it is we can account for that. That's true. So we have, but we want the majority to still be on wood. So we definitely want the 47 to remain. if we take the 2 off the, that means that if we take the 2 off the 6 on the wood, so we're going to take, if we take the 2 off, let's just keep it the same right now. Keep these percentages the same right now, because after the villagers are done building the monastery, but we can just okay, let's say greater than or equal to 19, but we'll have to adjust this in a little bit. Let's just think about it for right now. For the can build command, let's build our monastery for right now, and building type count monastery less than 1. And then build monastery. Yeah, it's great that we have some new scripters in here. So that's what the purpose of this tutorial is, of course. So I'm glad that you're here and able to view the tutorial. So we have an extra parentheses here. Let's get rid of that. I wonder if I had an extra parentheses up here. Hope not. Oh, shoot. So I do have a couple of extra. Don't worry, I will be including this inside the inside after it's fully complete. I will include this inside a link for everyone to view. So there's no reason to type it out if you do not want to. Okay, so greater than or equal to 19. We've got our monastery built. Actually, I've got something better. We want to build forward. So we want to build forward. We want to use our build forward command. So we want to use our can build monastery. Building type count. Monastery less than 2. No, it's great. I'm glad that I'm glad you're here to build monastery. The AI scripting process, I mean, it takes a lot of trial and error to get things exactly right, just like any type of coding. So I totally understand. I'm just thinking about this AI. I didn't have anything really prepared with this AI coming into this, so everything's on the go, on the fly here. So can build monastery, building type count monastery less than 2. Build forward monastery. So now we're going to have 2 forward monasteries that we are going to attempt to build inside. So yeah, like I said, if this is too difficult, well, a little hard, there's also the AOC AI builder. And I will include that link. It's under the resources section here. Let me grab it. It's included under Leaf's builder here. So if you download the AOC AI builder and install it, you can just apply it, and then there. So like for instance, you've got 10 villagers, or you can add in whatever you want to here. But this is this has extra options inside the sections over here that you can add. So the AOC AI builder is obviously you can add in whatever information you want, and they'll you hit add and it'll add it for you. But if you're looking for very specific actions, then this is more type of coding by hand almost, but it does have the commands over here for us to add. So we've got 19 villagers. So let's go ahead and go back to our guide. So I don't want it to be too difficult, like too extraordinarily difficult, but so we want, after our monasteries are built, we want to start training our monks. Something else that we want to do, and this is part of, is start training our villagers again. So in the base game of Age of Empires, you can train up to 50 villagers. In original Age of Kings. In Age of Conquerors, it is 100 villagers, and it's basically any number of villagers that you want to pass that version after Age of Conquerors. So DE, you can have 150 villagers, and typically we play on 200 populations. So just an FYI there. I'm going to grab our previous training villager rule, and I'm going to put it down here at the bottom. So less than 50. I'm going to current age is greater than or equal to castle age. You can train a villager. So now, in addition to this, there's going to be one. We want to start adding in our house rules as well. So so we have a couple of houses. This is where we want to have our more a dedicated house rule that isn't like the others. So let me go grab my example house rule. So I'm going to grab from my Black Knight AI. So this rule is actually semi-complicated. We're not going to want every single one of these, but I'm going to plop it in here for an example, and we can look through it together. Yes, we will need to buy some more wood. So let's go ahead and take a look at this rule here. Now, I'm going to adjust it before I start explaining it, because I don't want every single one of these. So I'm going to use the OR command. The most important thing here is the housing headroom. Now what that means is, I don't want any user patch commands. I just want so the population headroom and the housing headroom are the most important here. If you actually look over in the commands, you should be able to find it. But for right now, just type what you see on your screen, because it's more simple to just explain it. So housing headroom less than 4. That means that if you have less than 4 occupied spaces to train a unit, and the population headroom means that you're not going to be maxed out. Like, say if you're not going to hit the max of 200 villagers, then you can build an additional house. So I want one additional thing here for our particular AI. I want an OR statement, or unit type count. I'm nervous that we're not going to have enough houses. How many houses do we have? We've got 2 or 3 houses. I want to say we only have 2. Less than 1. Less than 2. I want to say less than 2, or unit type count let me think about this. I want to think about because this is going to be very important. Unit type count villager greater than or equal to. Let's make sure. I want to put in a 12 here because I don't want to run out of space for our houses. Actually, I'm going to put down 8 even. I just don't want to run out. I feel like the guy doesn't have enough houses in here because we could run out of space, and that would be or unit type count villager greater than or equal to 19. That doesn't really make sense, so let me think here. Just get rid of the second line. Okay. I want this to always trigger if there's greater than or equal to 8 villagers. Okay. So we've got greater than or 8 villagers, housing headroom less than 4, can build house, build house. Okay, so we're going to need to buy some wood. So that's important. So let's go and copy the Castle Age market rules. And we can get rid of the stone. Actually, I don't know if we can get rid of the stone. Oh, rats. Just put it back in there. There's some market rules. Okay. Wait a second. No, I keep on messing it up. Okay, let me grab it. So command stone. Okay. Because I think that they say that stone is the most important. Okay. Current age is equal to castle age. Then you can sell commodity stone. So this will keep on selling the commodity stone. If we just left it like that. But let's say unit type count equal to villager equal to 19. Disable self. If we disable self, then it will not trigger again. So let's go ahead and this will be a very crude way of going about this, but let's include this like 3 times. So once at each villager amount. Now hopefully hopefully that will do what we are expecting it to. If not, then we may have to adjust. We want to train 2 monks. So over on our unit section, we want to train some monks. Def rule, unit type count, monk, less than 2. Current age is greater than or equal to castle age. Train monk. Okay. So we're training our 2 monks. Okay. So there's something else that we're forgetting, and that's farms. As berries run out, you use wood to make 2 farms. We're eventually going to need more than that, but let's go ahead and go to our building section and add in a farm our farm rule. So can build farm, and we're going to put in a special line called idle farm count. Count is less than 1. Build farm. And there's also something else that I want to add in, which is resource too far, which is an important command. Which is under, should be under sheep and forage too far. So we're just going to grab this section and put that right there. There we go. All right. And I might actually cheat here, and I might put this farm. This might go under the feudal age. I'm just nervous that we're going to run out of food. We don't want to run out of food ever. So let's go ahead and put that under here. We're kind of cheating, but we'll put it right there. Current age is equal to, greater than or equal to feudal age. You should have plenty of food for Dark Age. At this point, I think this is a good time to do some testing. We're so close, though. I want to let's go ahead and finish it off here. So after the rules have triggered, we want this we want the villagers to go off into working on food instead of stone. So let's go ahead. Well, they say, oh, they said move all miners to the gold pile. Okay, so let's go ahead and move the miners to the gold pile. So there we go. So there's one other thing, mining camp. So he actually did not include the mining camp. So at 1227, he says to start mining stone, but we do not actually have let's go ahead and add this to our Castle Age buildings rules. So def rule. Oh. Yeah. There are a lot of variables to account for. Sorry, I got distracted. So no age check here for the Castle Age house. No, there's don't do an age check there because we want there to be houses even for the earlier ages. I'm just afraid that you're going to run out of houses. Okay, so 1227 is what we're going to. So 16 times 12 plus 27. So this is when he expects the mining to begin on stone. So game time is greater than or equal to 747. Remember, game time is the total. You could also use current age time, but that only is the current age in seconds. So our game time is that, or current age is greater than or equal to castle age. Just that. Can build mining camp. build mining camp. Okay. There we go. So now resource. Actually, let's just do mining camp less than 2. Now we're going to have to adjust our mining camp. Resource stone. We might have to adjust these rules later, but okay. And then this one. Okay. So we have 1 mining camp for stone and 1 mining camp for gold here. Okay, so I think we're good. We've got our mining camps. We've got our monasteries. Okay. We're training our villagers. So we want to research fervor and sanctity, redemption, and after that we want to build a siege workshop. So let's go ahead. I'm afraid that we're going to. So this is what we're going to do. We might have to add in a couple of additions at the end of this guide, but let's go ahead and research fervor and sanctity, and then redemption. So go up to your research section. Def rule. Can research. Actually, let's just do the can research command. And then you can search for fervor, or where's the monastery at? Can't find it. Can't find it. Can't find it. Can't find it. There it is. Can research. Building type count monastery greater than or equal to. Let's put down 1 because actually let's put down 2. We want to follow the guide. And then research. I want to actually go by the search tech. I just want to select fervor. And there you go. So that's the separate. Yeah, if we have that's also a good point. Unit type count monks greater than or equal to 2. So that's how you would do that. So okay, yeah, that's a good point. So we need also redemption and sanctity. So it's the same thing for these 2 researches, but there's going to be a new command here that we're going to add in called research completed. So we're going to do research completed fervor, and then we also want to replace with sanctity. Now I'm going to actually replace it with just the right here. There we go. There we go. So we will only research this once the first research has been completed. And we will go inside this order. So copy it one more time, paste it below, and then redemption. and research redemption, and then research completed sanctity. Okay. Now I'm going to make a couple of additions here after we have a siege workshop. So let's build in one more siege workshop here, and then we'll do some testing. I'm sure we'll find some mistakes along the way too. So def rule. Actually, let's just use our thing. We want to build a siege workshop. Build siege workshop. And building type count siege workshop less than 1. Count siege workshop less than 1. And to add one more thing, we can say research completed redemption. Okay, so we have followed the guide, except they say to finish off the TC, that means we need battering rams. So we actually do need one more unit. Let's just train up to 3 battering rams. So under the monk section, just select can train unit. After you found it from the list. And then siege workshop. You can, but I'm going to skip that right now, and I'm just going to kind of just making sure that the rules trigger once. It's very, very crude what I did here. It is possible to do that. I'm just not including it for right now. We can make this AI better, but hello Kimberly, how are you? We're making a simple AI here with a new utility. Okay, so def rule. We're going to train some battering rams. So can train unit. We're going to search for the siege workshop, and there's the battering ram. Now select battering ram line here. Hello, Screaming Coos, how are you? We're creating new AIs today. We're doing an AI training session inside an old utility called Note Tab Lite. So it's on Age of Kings Heaven, and it was made by Ronan. So we're testing it out and see how good it is at making AIs. So we're actually inside the utility itself, and we're actually building a AI with it. Unit type count battering ram line. Let's just do 3 battering rams. Less than 3. Train battering ram. Okay, so we've got our 3 battering ram lines, which will only be created if we have once we have the siege workshop. There is one additional thing that I want to do before we start doing any testing whatsoever with this new AI is I want to have one more rule for monks, and I actually want to have one more rule for monasteries. So unit type count monk. Actually, let's just get rid of this. I want the can train monk. I'm sure you have the can train monk up here and the can train villager. I just saw that these were train villager. Okay. Okay. So can train monk. And let's say building type count, siege workshop, greater than or equal to 1. Can train monk. We're not going to put, since we're not going into Imperial Age here, let's just go all out here and train as many monks as we can. And in addition to that, let's go ahead and build as many monasteries as we can. Let's just go for it. Def rule, and here's a not. A not can train monk. Building type count. Monastery. Building type count. Siege workshop. Greater than or equal to 1. Can build monastery. Build monastery. So what this will say is that if we've got more than Bandit, wow, everyone's in here watching making an AI today. I got a lot of people watching over my back. Okay, so we've got we're going to just start creating a monasteries when we've got more than one. When we've got a siege workshop, we're just going to start flooding them with monks. So that's what That's what our strategy is. That's what the guide said to do on the old sheriff strategy. So let's just go for it and see if what works and what's broken with it. So to do it, make sure I'm going to make sure I'm copying this. So I'm going to copy this, but I'm also going to save it, and I'm just going to save it as our new AI. What is this called? Oh, what is this? I'm going to name this based off one of our viewers, Kiwo. And then we'll do actually just call it the smush. Okay, there we go. And then save it inside your AI folder. So let's see here. Your AI folder is where you want to include all of your AIs. I cannot. I'm going to have to save it inside my documents so I can quickly, because I've got it on my shortcuts. Hi, smush. Okay. So just grab it where you saved it. So there we go. And then go into the AI folder and paste it in there. Your AI folder is located in your C drive. Your program file is Steam, Steam Apps, Common, your AV2DE, Resources, Common, AI. Okay. After that, you need a relevant AI file. And if you want to include so this one will be dedicated to one of our viewers who pays attention in every single one of our streams. Dedicated to Kiwo this time, and to new scripters. And you can put a smiley face on it if you want. Okay, so now, after you've done all of that, let's go in and test and see how many errors that we see. This is the struggle. Okay, scroll down until you see your AI. I may have to come back in here. Don't put it against anyone too hard right now. We're going to get beat up then. We do that. Now where is it? Okay, we've got, there it is. Okay. Now choose Sarsens. If you want to choose the CDAI, that's that might be okay. Maybe. Okay. I'm actually going to choose the AOC CDAI. But you can choose the CDAI if you don't have the AOC. So I'm going to actually choose that. Okay. Okay, how many errors are we going to find? Okay, so here goes the error checking session. So, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh my god. You can either do a find and replace or gotta love error checking. Okie dokie. I cause any more things like that? Okay. Back to the AI. Okay. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this or not, but it does take longer to restart your games. If you save it inside the actual file itself inside here, then that you've opened it, and you don't have to restart. Let me rephrase that. If you have your Notepad++ open or other Notepad editor, and it's on, make sure it's inside your proper version. Okay, second error. You can see how it goes to a different line. It's it updates the file as you go along. So building type count house less than 2. What's going on here? Can build house. What's going on here? 143. Building type count less than. Okay. We'll make it through it. The Kiwo Award. You guys are funny. Okay. It might be quicker just to start a new game even than just do it like this, because it goes incredibly slow. Okay. We got another 171. The struggle is very much right now. Okay. That's going to kill me, isn't it? Is there any more like that? I don't think so. I could do a quick find and whatever. I think I'm good. I'm good. I don't... Okay. I'm just going to actually start a new game because I don't want to have to wait through that again with you guys on here. So let's just do the smush. Search for it. $244. Need a couple of different. This is all important for the not and the parentheses there. So I'll make sure to paste it in here. We have to get all of the kinks out of it. How many kinks do I have? Too many. Okay, the smush. There we go. Please work this time. No. Can build mining or okay. We had the need to end our brackets there. I'll make sure to paste it inside the chat after we're done. So don't worry about not receiving the most relevant copy. $325. I guess you might be right about that. Resource found. Wait, what's going on? Resource found. Building type count. Building type count. Mining camp. I guess you're right. The can sell commodity is needed right there. Can sell commodity. Food. I think you can still do it with, but it'll just trigger and then it won't. Yeah, you want this in here. He's right. Let's go ahead and include it. So we'll include it down here as well. Yeah, I think we had a disable self maybe with it though. Can sell commodity stone. I'm rushing here if you guys haven't already told us. I need to slow down. But can buy commodity, can buy commodity wood, food, sell commodity. Okay, sell commodity. Stone. Okay, good point there. Okay. Hopefully I didn't spot. 403. Unit type count villager. Unit type count villager is equal to 9. I don't see anything wrong with it. That line right now. Okay, I'm going for it. Let's see if we But before I do that, one more thing. I just want to make sure that I had the proper can buy and can sell. So can sell, can. Oh wait, this can buy. Okay. This one is can sell. Commodity stone. Thank you for that, chat. Appreciate it. Okay. And I want this to be feudal age. Okay. I am rushing. Oh, another thing? Okay. I'm going for it right now. Can buy, can sell. Okay. Did I get it or not get it? Let's just see. The smush. $337. Okay. Can build mining camp. I still don't understand. Oh, you're kidding. I didn't copy that. We're close. We're close. If only I could type. And remember to close my parentheses. Oh, God. Oh. Build mining camp. Alright. Smush. $338 can build mining camp or what line did it say? 338 or is closed by that, can build mining camp, building type count, mining camp less than 2. Okay, I should have just copied the above rule. Alright, okay, stop it. Okay. We will get it here. Calm down, Mr. Elephant. Okay. The smush. Let's go there. Okay. There. Finally. Okay. One thing to note is we need to get the Why did he go for the lumber camp immediately? We shouldn't have done that. Let's take a look. Oh, we need the lumber camp. Even 2 choppers. We need unit type count villagers greater than 18 for this because that's part of the unit type count villager greater than or equal to 18. Greater than that, and also we want our scout to scout. So we want change this back to the default of 4, and there's something else that I'm forgetting. We need our explorer groups. So SN number of explorer groups equal to 1. I'm going to make sure explore group explore explore groups have this and we'll put it right here. So this is the number of explorer groups SN. So I'll just include that right there. Let's see if we can get it to work. I just want to make sure that it's working how we intend it to work as well. But yes, the AI itself is starting to work as we have intended for it to work. And it's amazing about how many, AI scripting can start being addictive after a while. You can get 400 lines no problem. There we go. We're scouting now. But unfortunately, we've got other villagers scouting, which we do not want, but they're doing their thing. So let's just see how it plays out. Yeah, it takes a long time for me for some reason. I have no idea why it started a couple of patches back. I would say 3 or 4, where it started taking a very long time to. So there it goes, our lumber camp right there. Why is that gold doing that? Is that purposeful? I don't remember that. Equal to 19. Something's messed up with the gathering essence. Oh. Naughty. did we do here? Why did we separate like that? Huh. Oh. This is greater than 20. Okay. This is what I was thinking. Okay. Hey, look. We got the feudal age. But where's the... There's the... Okay, it's not... Okay, for feudal age, we should just get rid of our disable self. Let's go ahead and... Let's get rid of our disabling for this and just stick with it. We're inside feudal age, so it should be fine. And it'll help out the AI by keeping it in there. So let's go ahead. Not can research. There's something else I want to do right here with this one rule. Not what am I thinking about? I'm blanking. Search status. I'm blanking. I'm having a search status. Up research status is what I want. Not up research status. I'm cheating here, by the way. I'm using a user patch rule. Up research status. Not teachers shouldn't really cheat, but I'm doing this. See castle age greater than or equal to. So what this means is, now we could have a rule where we could have a goal and set it where the age where we know that the castle age hasn't been triggered, but I'm not going to go into that because we've been coding for a long time here. So I'm going to well, we've been on stream for a while. So what this says is we aren't researching castle age right now. So so I only want that rule to trigger if. But if we didn't have that, we'd have to use a goal instead. The smush. So I'm kind of cheating there. So sorry about that. Oh, you're right. Let's do. Let's just do equal to 20. Greater than 21. Or equal to 21. Okay. So it does take some playing around with to get exactly what you want, but. Okay. We're keeping it at 50 villagers because of the AOK limit. But now that I've cheated and adding that, maybe I can add in one more mode if DE available. Can make sure that we can add that in at the end. Let's just watch our AI that we built. Thanks, Screaming Goose. You're the MVP with Bandit here. Best coders. I'm just a lowly scrub. There they go. They're hunting the elephant. So notice the market and the blacksmith are both going up. Let's check on the AOC AI. They have 25 villagers. Notice that we're we might need to we're not going to have enough gold. Yeah, we're going to need another rule here. That's because of the gold. Can sell. So can not food amount greater than or equal to 800. Let's do this. I was thinking that we could change this to being the other way. Let's change this to being that will only sell it to researching Castle Age. And then we can sell the wood right there because the Castle Age is pending. So we can buy some wood for the monasteries because that's what that was for. Okay, because otherwise we're not going to ever research. Okay, there we go. Smush. Okay. Oh, we forgot about one of the most important things. We forgot about attacking. We need to attack. We don't want to leave it hanging like this. So if we were on with 50 villagers, now there's multiple ways of attacking. We can either do it with military superiority or we can do it with attack now. Since we're doing a monk, there's actually there's attack groups as well in DUC, but let's not go into attack groups or DUC. Let's just use attack now. I'm going to make this kind of simple. So def rule, and let's include one more thing here. Attacking. Def rule. Unit type count. And we'll need a timer as well. Unit type count, battering, ram line, greater than or equal to 1. Unit type count, monk, greater than or equal to 20. I'm just putting something simple in here. We could do it on military superiority, but I'm not going to. Timer triggered. Timer triggered. Now this is important. Let's make sure I spell this right because I don't want to. Timer triggered. Okay, timer triggered 1. Now the timers, you get a certain amount of timers. It was 10 inside the original game. Timer triggered 1. And go ahead and attack now. Attack now. Disable timer 1. Disable timer 1. Enable timer 1 for 60. So what this this is saying here is if we have more than one battering ram, if we've got more than 20 monks, and the timer has been triggered 1, then we need to attack, disable the timer 1, and then enable timer. So there's one additional rule that we'll have to include, which is just enabling the timer in general. So def rule true. And you can name your timer if you want, but I'm not going to. Enable timer 1. Well, let's just say current age is greater than or equal to castle age. And then we can enable timer 1 for 60 and then disable self. Okay, so this way we will be able to, our AI will be able to attack. Okay. Alright. Notice how I've moved on to Notepad++ because it's more of a flexible utility. But all these, notice attack now is inside this, this section. You can hit, you can include it, and it'll include the attack now. So let's watch the AI run. Hopefully it'll do what we want to. It's about continual improvement. So thank you, everyone inside the chat for, well, other scripters and Kimberly, Bandit, and Screaming Coos. Kiwo, soon they will join our side. Okay, researching feudal age, 10 minutes. A little slower than what we hoped, but you know, it is an AI, and you know, AIs obviously play weaker than humans. Going for the market and the blacksmith, what we were expecting. We still have trouble with them selling that gold. Oh, what is going on there? We do not want them to buy the commodity if it's greater than, but the problem is that it's over. We're banking on the stone to okay, I'm going to do a workaround here. I'm going to work around this by anything greater than 800. I'm going to sell off for not food amount. Let me think about this. Okay, I'm going to. Let me think. I'm going to sell the commodity food if we have more than 800. That's what I'm going to do. Sell commodity. If we get over 800 food, let's sell it. Food amount. Food amount. Greater than 800. Feudal age, not can research castle age. Actually, let's just do this. Actually, There's something else that... Okay, I think that'll work. Can sell commodity food. There we go. Okay, that's still giving us a little bit of trouble. And we should give credit to this article. We don't want, whenever you use something, you want to give credits to the article itself. Did I forget to do that? I thought I got... I thought I did it in the end. Food amount. Can sell commodity food. Right. Okay. There we go. Problem with copying rules from earlier rules that I typed. Oh god, the long wait period between. Okay. Okay. Until we get the castle age, I think that we should be fine now. Okay. It does not have any goals. So this was made without goals in it. Everything was done without it right now. Goals are very important, but we won't go into the tricky parts of scripting until a little bit later, maybe. Or maybe in a different session. I mean, we just started coding this AI today. Okay, it took a lot. I don't know if you saw it, but the numbers jumped back a ton right there. We should say not can research Castle Age as well, maybe. So it just doesn't instantly go back and forth with the food and the wood. Okay, so we're inside Castle Age. And they're building stuff in our base. Are we building stuff? Okay, there's our forward monastery. Oh no! That hurts. At least we got that one up. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Alright, I think that our AI is much closer to where we want it to be, but maybe we should use that. Um, the up research stats, I don't know. Okay. We'll go by the more talented scripter than myself in this regard. Yeah. I had not can research, not research tasks greater than or equal to that. Yeah, that it should work. Okay, let's just keep this the way it is then. Okay. Hmm. Got beat up. Let's go ahead and try it one more time. Yeah, it took me a second to realize it should have worked. I was focusing on the battle itself and looking back and forth. Okay, let's try one more time and see how it does. Oh, neck is stiff. We might have to include a counter unit strategy. Of course, this wasn't. This is all part of the build order now. Our AI is functional at this point. It's just the process of improving it. I still saw a little bit of dancing, but did we save? There's like a tiny little break between there still that I did see. We haven't seen the AI attack yet. He needs to start building more monasteries. I think he's struggling to do so still at this point. There he goes. It is. Our AI is still having a little bit of difficulty. Sure. Perhaps we do need to have a few counter units in here thrown into a mix just in case something happens. But it looks like we're getting somewhere here. We're actually putting a little bit of a fight back to the CD. Won't help that we can't research Imperial Age. Look at those monks. Oh, here comes the Imperial Age. Our rams are attacking. They converted the manga now. Oh no, a castle. Ay, that's gonna be devastating. Our poor monks. Run! Yeah, maybe we need to add in. Oh, look at that. It's going to actually get down that castle. Unexpected, but nice. More castles there are, the harder it gets. Notice how we're actually above our villager count because of all the villagers that we've converted from their side. It's working! Kind of. It's alive! The CD's putting up kind of a tough fight for it, though. Still. There must be a tiny gap in the wall right here or something. What is it doing? That stupid ram. What are you doing, you stupid thing? Code keeps on going back and forth. Oh my god, that is so frustrating to look at. Whoa! Okay, we might need another can sell food rule. Did we convert this TC? No, why is it firing upon... Is it firing upon its own TC? Look at that. Why is it attacking its own TC? Oh my god. What the heck? I don't think so. I don't think it has the raw target unless it was part of Leaf's. Uh-oh. Looks like the CD's monk counter is coming into effect. We definitely need to have some more. We need to have. What do we need to have? Okay, let's put it on pause for a second because we're going to lose it. We need to check the wall targeting mode. SN. I don't really want to have that SN on though, because then it could get stuck. I guess we can have it. So for those who don't know about that SN, this AIs have trouble with walls inside. In AFE, Age of Empires 1. Oh, Age of Empires 2. Age of Empires 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. And if we do that, it will enable walls to be attacked. And in addition to that, let's add in some castle sell commodity for a and then we'll have to log off here soon because this is going past the tutorial. But let's have one type of counter, I guess. And since we have one siege workshop, how much wood did we have at the end of that? How many monasteries do we need? We can, if we have greater than 10, we don't need more than 10, I would say. Building type count monastery. Can build monastery less than. Okay, so this is our other monastery rule. Maybe we need to have a max set here of 10. So we can build a second siege workshop and maybe have, or let's just leave it, and then we can just, if we have more than 3, no, because we're still spending, okay, I got it. Building count, monastery, less than 20, I guess, because we don't want to have more than that. And then we can add in a scorpion, like Screaming Coos would say. And rain. And then we can add in scorpions. So we want to add in scorpion. I rarely use scorpion. Battering ram greater than or equal to 3. Train. Yeah, I'm going to use that for the counter to count the number of archers. Yeah, I just hadn't gotten there. You're a little fast for me, Screaming Coos. Unit type count. Actually, we should use the class. Let's just do skirmisher. Okay, let's put an or statement. Players. We could use the archer class, but players unit type count. Archer line. Greater than or equal to 5, or players unit type count skirmisher line greater or equal to 5. And that. Okay. That should do it. Okay. Let's try it again. We did a pretty good job there. No, they would have still been unique, but they create a lot of that's true. Let's go ahead and throw. Let me think. We could do the archer class, but let's just leave it. Or we could just put in. We could throw in a goal to keep on training them if we start seeing that. I don't want to. Okay. It's kind of like a counter unit here. Oh, shoot. You need any enemy or the focused player to be in there, but just put any enemy for right now. Okay, this mush. Okay. That's annoying. Obviously things that we can do better here, but we're so close at being the CDAI here with this version of the AI, this newly created AI that Hopefully we can get a CD win. Oh, that's a large elephant hunt distance right there. That's a better drop right there. Oh, what is it doing? Stop. Okay, there we go. Okay. I think this AI does struggle with getting up those monasteries soon enough. It might be better inside team game with Pocket. I think the forward monasteries really hurt its strategy. Like it might be better to have it. I think that we need the monasteries to be close to the because I do think that it is hurting it right now. Let's go ahead and just comment this out right now. If we had a faster castle age time, we might be able to do that, but we're a little slow. I want to check out the rules up here one more time. Okay, so for the gold, not up research status greater than research pending, not can research that. Sell commodity, food. Okay. There's something that the AI is struggling with that one. Okay. If I can figure that out before we go, that would be nice. It's starting to become late, but Oh, we lost 2 villagers right there. Keeps on having trouble like that. Why aren't we researching castle age? Unless because of the villager amount. Okay, so we've got a problem here. So that has to do with our training of the villagers. Train villager less than 19. Current age is equal to that. There we go. There we go. Fix that. Can buy commodity food. Current age is equal to not. Wait. Search. Does that make sense? Feudal food not can research. Not up research. Not food. Wait a second. Wait. I'm thinking about selling food, not buying food. Can so, not can research. It's got a problem with this rule right down here. Or is it up here? Not food amount. Okay, it's up here because it keeps on going back and forth. Not can research castle age. Okay. There we go. That's what was bothering me. Okay, yeah, I think it's there was just a problem with the extra resources there. I think we got it. Mount. Okay. Getting late over here, obviously. I think this should technically work. We'll have to see. Yeah. Guess I was just trying to be a perfectionist with it. But we've made a pretty good AI here for time that we spent on it. That's pretty identical to what the original intention was. It can be made a lot better, but it'll be free for anyone to use. There we go. I think you got it that time. Oh, we're right behind them. Go, Smush, go! And we got a large town size. Villagers are having to walk. We have a second monster yet? Okay, there it is. That's researching stuff. Might have to include some spearmen, maybe. Barracks. Something else that might be nice is okay, that worked out as intended. That was nice. It's building a wall, maybe. I was thinking about it. The walls are so tricky. We could close the gate, maybe. But this is tutorial session where we don't want to do that. I keep on overthinking it. The later it gets, the more that I overthink things. Ooh, this looks promising. Look at this, guys. I think we got it. Oh, don't let them build that. Yeah, that's spirit. Knock that thing down. Ha ha ha. Wow. We got it. We have them on the ropes. Knock that TC down. Uh-oh, that's what's causing the problem. They were able to get up one. I don't think we're going to be converting that. No, don't try that, you fools. Ouch. We need another ram. Okay, ram's on the way. Priest dying. Okay, never mind. We don't need a ram. Okay, that's how you do it. Good work, everyone. We did it. We've created a AI that can take on the CD. So let's go ahead and get this uploaded for everyone. And I will share the link. I'm going to actually, on OBS, I'm going to switch to the game capture here while I include the link to the AI. So let me upload it into my Google Drive, and maybe I'll include it inside a post for AI scripters, but for those who worked on it, here's the example AI. I am sharing it. For anyone with a link can view, copy link, and post it for everyone to have. Absolute monster, play immortal. Well, let's go do it. No. Absolute monster. No. Maybe we should. No, there's always the next strongest guy. Don't worry. Oh. But maybe there's another one that we think about instead. Where is it? Oh, there it is. If anyone doesn't know, Screaming Coo's AI is Jester, so we just put our AI against his really refined AI. We shall go down in flames. Okay, final game of the stream. Oh, don't tell me. Is he going for a drush? Look at that. Oh no, our poor villagers. Already being brutalized. We probably need some Dark Age militia counter or something. Oh no, the poor villager. Will we get up into Castle Age? That's the question. Yes. We are going for Castle. Will the monastery go up? Is the thing. You need it up. Hurry! The jester's on the loose. The evil jester. Oh no, they found our secret monastery. Get away from our monks. I have a bad feeling about this team. Convert those archers. Convert them. The holy men are so convincing in their dying noises. Okay, we're becoming trapped in our base. Oh no, not our monastery, no! Uh-oh, uh-oh. No! The ram of dread. Well, team, we tried our best. Good point, though. We should have a resign message. Okay. Resign messages are very important. I'm not going to include one right now, but usually they are important for any AI to have. But good job to Jester. Sorry we couldn't put up with more of a competition. But we can, now that it's uploaded, I can share the screen again. Can just do a simple resign message. Resign rules are simple. You can just F rule, unit type count, villager less than 5, not can, not current age, is greater than equal to feudal age, or game time greater than 600. Resign. That's how you resign. So good job to Jester. That was not much of a competition at all. And that's how you do it. So on that note, I think we're going to end the stream on that. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial session. I enjoyed making the AI with you guys. So hopefully we'll see you inside the next competition. And like I said, feel free to use the script as an example or anything. So it's for you guys to use. So, all right, this is MrElephant out. See you next time.